Hello students, today we learn the male reproductive wall. Okay, the male reproductive wall of a flower is a androecium, and the androecium is an essential wall of the flower. So why we call it as a essential wall? Because it take directly part in the process of sexual reproduction, and hence why it is called as a essential wall. And it is a male reproductive wall of the flower, that is the androecium, and the female reproductive wall, which is the gynoecium. Okay, so it is a essential wall, androecium, and male reproductive wall. So the individual member of androecium is called as a stamen. So here the diagram of the stamen, and what is the stamen? Individual member of androecium, which is called as the stamen. So such a stamen is consist of filament, connective, and anther. So see in the diagram the anther, which are the lobes, anther lobes, afterward the connective and filament. So stamen is consist of filament, connective, and anther. Afterward the structure of anther. So what is the anther or structure of anther? The anther is a fertile part, either gynecious part of the stamen, and it consists of the two anther lobes, hence why it is called as a diathecous anther. So it is a diathecous anther because it having the two anther lobes, so hence why it is called as a diathecous. So anther is connected to the filament, and connected to filament by their connective. So internally the diathecous anther is a tetralocular, that is it consists of the four chambers called as pollen sac, either pollen chamber. So hence why it is called as a tetrasporangiate. So tetrasporangiate, they are consist of four pollen sacs, either pollen chambers, are also called as microsporangia, and hence why they are four. So tetrasporangiate. In here diagram, see the four pollen sacs are takes place. Next one is the microsporogenesis. So what is a microsporogenesis? That is the formation of microspores takes place inside the microsporangia or pollen sac. So the formation of a microspores, that is the pollen grains, takes place inside the pollen sac. So it is called as microsporogenesis. So after that, TS of anther. So we take the transverse section of anther, and the transverse section of anther shows four different wall of anthers. So these four layers are epidermis, endothecium, middle layer, and tapetum. So anther wall, a mature or immature anther wall, consists of four layers: epidermis, endothecium, middle layer, and tapetum. Remember it. So first layer, which is the epidermis. So it is outermost common wall or layer of the anther and consists of flattened cells. So flattened cells which are protective in nature or protective in function. The second layer, which is the endothecium, it is internal to the epidermis and common for all the four pollen sac, and it consists of single layered elongated cells, and this layer is also having the fibrous thickening of callus. The cells of that endothecium or fibrous thickening, which is hygroscopic in nature and which help in the dehiscence of anther at the maturity. So what is a dehiscence? So dehiscence means the breaking of the anther wall during the maturity. So afterward the middle layer. So middle layer, it is internal to the endothecium and it is 1 to 2 layer either structure, and it is made up of thin walled cells. This layer uh, is degenerate during the maturity. So whenever the pollen grains or microspores are formed. After that maturity, these layer become a degenerate. And last one is the tapetum. So it is the innermost wall layer and present surrounding to the sporogenous tissue. The tapetum is, or the cells of tapetum are larger in size and contains the dense cytoplasm. That tapetum provides the nutrition to the sporogenous tissue and developing microspores. So it is a provide nutrition to the developing microspores, either sporogenous tissue, and also it contribute in the formation of the outermost layer of the pollen grain, that is the exine. So for that formation of exine, the tapetum helpful. So afterwards the homework to you, so that is the draw neat label diagram of a TS of anther, microsporogenesis, and give the function of tapetum. Thank you.